Okay, if you have AutoCAD file and you want to convert this AutoCAD file in shape file in order to use this one in ArcGIS. So how to convert this file? And if you don't have ArcGIS software with you, how you will do this one? You can do this one. You can convert this file from directly from AutoCAD or Civil 3D. If you have this software, directly you can convert this file in shape file. Okay, how to convert this file? I will explain you this one. There are many ways to convert CAD files to shape files, but one method I'm going to share with you. So see, right now we have a route, and our intention is, in this case, we want to convert our utilities corridor. Okay, so this is our 400 kV and 200 kV two circuits, two overhead transmission line. It can be your road project, road ROW, it can be your pipeline project, anything. Means you have something in AutoCAD and you want to convert this file to shapefile, okay, without using any external third-party software. How to do this one? I'm going to explain you. See, the first thing is, we want to, right now my intention is, in my case actually, I want to convert this utilities corridor, okay, this outer buffer, this corridor of transmission line, I want to convert this one in a separate shapefile. And then my center lines, my center line of my routes, or you can say center line of your road project or pipeline project, I want to create separate shapefile for that one. And then for text, I want to create another shapefile separately. Okay, how to do this one? You are going to use one command, and that is map export. You can use this map export command in AutoCAD, and also if you want to open any shapefile in AutoCAD or in Civil 3D, same story, latest version. So how you can import one shapefile? You will say map import. If you want to export something, you will use command map export. Both commands I'm going to share with you. So first thing, I'm going to apply that command map. See, there is, it's written export, map export, as you can see on screen, map export, enter. So now what you want to export? You want to export, for example, corridor. Now you are going to name this corridor, but before you export this one, you have to define your coordinate system to that shapefile, because that party who want to import, they want to take your information, take your shapefiles, they want to put in their server, in their database. But their database is dedicated, is having a dedicated coordinate system. But your file, in this case, let me show you. In our case, do we have assigned our coordinate system or not? How I can check this one? So currently, as I'm telling you, I'm using this one, Civil 3D 2020 version. I will go in settings from this tool space. I will go in settings and I will right click on this drawing settings. Okay. Now I want to check two things. What are my units? Okay, my units are in meter. Very good. So UTM, see here, UTM, WGS 84 and 40N. Actually, in my case, our region, this plan, it belongs to a coordinate where our coordinate system is WGS 84, UTM, WGS 84 and 40N. So that coordinate system I have selected from here. If you are in any other coordinate system, so you can choose from here. Maybe in DLTM, maybe in NAD, means whatever coordinate system you have to first choose from here. Okay, select, apply, okay, and now you can export your text or lines. So I will say map export. Okay, now I'm going to say 400-220 kV CO corridor. Okay, I'm going to say, first thing, I want to export only outer lines, my corridor. Okay, so I will say okay, this is my dedicated folder. Okay, by the way, here it is your folder. Right now it's empty. Okay, after conversion, after creating our shape files, I will show you this one also, and we will import that shape files also, just to make sure things are okay or not. We will import it again. Okay, I will say go ahead. So in next window, you have to define entire drawing. See, select object to export. What you want to export? Points, lines, polygons, or text. So in my case, I say right now I want to export my lines. Okay, Select all? No, not select all. Manually, I want to select what I want to export. I will click from here and see my all corridor lines, outer lines are polyline. Okay, so it will select all corridors. Okay, so now, okay, this is fine. So my all corridor lines, my buffer, my corridor line, my ROW that has been selected. I hit enter. No need to change anything over here. Our coordinate system is already defined. So now I will say OK. So let me show you that folder. See, once I created this one, so these files have been automatically created. So that file which your client want to use, or what is our purpose right now for this video, that is this SHP file. Others are sorting files. Okay. So now I will export another thing, center line. Okay. I will say again, I will use the same command, map export, map export. And now what I want to export, I want to export 400-220 kV OHTL center line. Okay, I will say CL, center line, means this is only center line of my routes. So now this is second thing, I will say okay. And now what I need, again I want lines, and manually I'm going to select from the drawing actually. So this is my first line, this is my second line, and all lines are by the way polyline. Okay, that's why they are being selected completely. Okay, so I have selected these lines. Okay, so everything is selected. Hit enter button. Okay, we are happy with this one also, and I will say okay. So now let me show you this folder again. See, now your these files belongs to your center line. One last thing I will show you. Now I want to export my text. Okay, I want to create shape file for my text. So I'm here and I will say map export. Okay, so now I will say annotation, just I will say annotation, and that's enough. Okay, annotation, I will say okay. Before you go for this kind of things, what you can do, you can turn off your layers, means unnecessary layers. If you want to do a quick selection, so you can turn off your unnecessary, for example corridor lines. Now you can, we have already created our shape file, so you can turn off your center line, you can turn off your corridor. So likewise, so it means you can use, if you are you are using this AutoCAD software, so this one, we can isolate our layers. You can isolate which activity or which item you want to create your shape file. So it means isolate only that dedicated things, lines, text, annotation, and turn off, means turn off everything and turn on only that entity which you want to create shape file from. Okay, so now I will say okay, I'm happy. So actually I did not select that one. I did not select my annotation. The selection was, I hope everything has been selected in this annotation. Okay, this annotation is wrong basically, so I'm going to delete it. Okay, by mistake I said okay. So now what I will do, I will do the same command, I will repeat it, and I will say now what I want to create, annotation. Okay, and okay, manually I want to select. Okay, manually. So when I say manually I want to select, now click by click I have to choose my annotation. So now if you want to select your annotation, your coordinates, you can select. If you want to select your text, you can do this one, but in my case I don't want to select this one. You know why? The reason is, our intention in our case is only to show our client that corridor, dedicated corridor. So these coordinates are basically, we mention these coordinates in order to show them. If you want to show these coordinates, okay, where it is existing, so in that case, so once we are giving them our location of our corridor and center line in terms of shape files, no, this is not necessary. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to select my substations text. Okay, so I will say this is the first substation, this is my second substation. So I'm just going to select these text annotations. That's it. So here also I will say okay. So now we are happy with this one. Okay, let me finish this one. Okay, start and ending points only. Okay, so this is also selected, and here anchoring point. Okay, so that's it. So now I will hit enter. Okay, so the see my mistake again. What is this one? I'm selecting text, but I have not selected this category from here, text, as you can see. So I have to say whatever I have selected that belongs to text, not point, because point was selected. I have to say text. So now I'm going to create a text file. Okay, so say okay, you got it. So it means now you have your annotation, you have your center line, and now you have your corridor. Now very quickly what I will do, I will open a blank project. Okay, blank file for you. I will just open to show you can we import that file back and see things are okay or not. Before you send this information to your client, you have to cross check, means things what you wanted to send them, that is okay or not. So now what command you are going to use? Map import. Okay, so now I will say before we used map export, now map import. Okay, this command you are going to use. Hit enter, and now see in that folder, as you can see, there are many files, but that are supporting files, that are not shape files. Okay, so now here if I'm here, so my shape file is selected, so it means you have option. Maybe you are getting this information in XML format, so somebody has given you that map in XML format, you can import that. All these different type of extensions, you can import your map if you have in that formats also. In our case, we want to cross check our shape file. So what I will do, I will say let me check my corridor. Okay, let's open it. Okay, go ahead. So zoom extend. Okay, so there you go, you have your code. So it means it's working with us. Okay, so wish you guys great practice. See you in next video. Bye.